President Trump sent a strong message to protesting Iranians. Help is on the way.
While speaking to reporters Tuesday, Trump said he believes that the killing in Iran is, quote, significant and that his administration would, quote, act accordingly. Trump also had this message for the current Iranian leadership.
Yeah, the message is they've got to show humanity. They've got a big problem, and I hope they're not going to be killing people. And I'm going to have a report very soon. It would seem to me that they have been badly misbehaving, but that is not confirmed.
Earlier Tuesday, Trump encouraged Iranian protesters by writing on Truth Social, "Keep protesting, take over your institutions, save the names of the killers and abusers. They will pay a big price. I have canceled all meetings with Iranian officials until the senseless killing of protesters stops. Help is on its way. MIGA."
Meanwhile, Iranian security chief Ali Larijani responded to Trump's support of Iranian protesters, writing on X, quote, "We declare the names of the main killers of the people in Iran. 1, Trump, 2, Netanyahu."
Please. According to the human rights activist news agency, since December 28, 2025, around 16,700 people have been arrested. Arrested. More than 2,500 people have been killed in Iran. Now, some nonprofits told the New York Times that Elon Musk's Starlink is providing free internet access to some Iranian users, which I think is great. Elon Musk doing a great thing to provide the internet access for people who have been blocked from it by the government. That's a good thing. The scale, the brutality, the repression that we're seeing, horrible. I've said this yesterday. I don't know what the right course of action for the U.S. is, but to do nothing and allow this brutal, authoritarian, Islamic extremist regime to jail or murder thousands of people seems a horror I don't even want to contemplate.
And there are not a lot of news organizations that obviously have people on the ground there. It's a little tough right now, especially with the outage. So the information that we're getting from places like NBC is that they're going through several channels to confirm WhatsApp conversations if somebody's able to get some signal of, dialogue to be able to go back and forth with some of these reporters. So the death toll could be much higher over this period that they were kind of shut out from communicating with the rest of the world. And I think that we see when people do have access to social media, like we did with the Arab Spring in Egypt, when the uprising happened there, the world starts to respond even faster. More people who have eyes on exactly what's happening and see a lot of the humanity and atrocities happening to humanity. But I think we need to be clear. We can't just say in these interviews, the president can't just say help is on the way and be very vague about what that means. Comparing this to...
Well, we don't want to give false hope. We don't want to say help is on the way and then...
Well, that's what I mean. That's vague. And if we're not going to send boots on the ground, it's almost like, and it's not comparative to Venezuela because it was a bit of a different situation there. But when you just make a decision or say something very profound like that and then have no clear laid out plan forward, that could create even more chaos. People dying in Iran the way they are is complete chaos. But saying that we're going to help and in no capacity explaining how will leave people kind of just yearning for that help that they're looking for, which to me screams we're going to be there to solve this for you.
Yeah, it's hard to know what is exactly the right course because we are very wary of regime change wars in the Middle East. We've had a lot of good and noble intentions in the past, and things did not pan out. And many of these authoritarian tendencies, extremist tendencies, remain more embedded in societies in the Middle East that we don't understand, that we were not prepared to grapple with. And I am very wary of repeating those mistakes. At the same time, again, thousands and thousands of people in the process of being arrested, maybe killed, maybe tortured. It's something pretty horrible to contemplate. And they're begging for help.
Right.
This is
it's
not an example where
every other uprising that they've ever had.
They are begging for help.
Yeah, we have a lot of contemplating about how exactly to fully respond to this. 6 federal prosecutors have quit their jobs over a proposed investigation into the widow of Renee Nicole Good. I'll have more on that coming up in My Lens.